let's take a look at our top selections. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the feature race at Saratoga on Sunday is the Coronation Cup for Turf Sprinters. Let's take a look at this field card. It is race number 9. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the Mellon turf. It is a pretty big and bulky field. Going good. The number 4 is certainly going good for Brad Cox. Nice trip last time out at Churchill Downs, but the kind of horse that can get good trips because he has tactical speed.
Yeah, she does. It's interesting. She does. She has actually really good speed, and, it wouldn't even be that surprising, I don't think anyway, to see her make the early lead in this race if they wanted it. She isn't a great gate horse, though. Several of her starts, she hasn't gotten out of the gate that sharply. That could cost her.
Breaking from the rail in this field of 3-year-old fillies is the one Star Divine, and I think Star Divine's a really interesting cutback candidate. She ran well sprinting in her career debut despite not breaking very well. They ran her 2 turns last time out. I thought she ran okay, but I do like her cutting back, especially if the pace is fast. We throw out the Timeform US pace projector to see where Star Divine will be early, and she's hoping for a contested pace.
Yeah, and she might get it. You see three or four horses there bunched towards the front. If they hook up and race, it could set things up for Star Divine. I agree with you. I like her cutting back for this race. Her career debut was a very nice performance after a pretty poor start. I thought her soaring softly after that was fine, but it was 7 furlongs, and maybe she just didn't want to go that far. I think she's an interesting horse cutting back for this.
Surface switch for the 2, Mischieful, a daughter of Into Mischief, and it seems those Into Mischiefs can do just about anything, so I'm really not too concerned about the surface switch. She ran a very fast race on dirt last time out when able to get to the lead.
She did, and it was, when you go back and watch that race, it's almost like a public workout in there. I mean, she got to the front, and she was just ridden out through the stretch, just totally dominated that field with a 91 buyer. I don't know about turf for her, Dan. I didn't see a ton of turf in her pedigree, but maybe she's just doing really well right now.
Honey Pants, the number 3, is rock solid for Christophe Clement, and I like her better at these shorter distances. Maybe 5.5 will be a little bit sharp, but she's going to come running. Let's watch Honey Pants' last race when she was cut back to 3/4 of a mile at Belmont, and she's in between horses. This closer's trip worked out well for her, but she had to overcome. There wasn't a ton of pace on.
Yeah, she ran really well in here. You're right. Taking back, the trip did work out for her, but this is a really strong finish for her. And she actually closes this race down pretty easily at the end. This was a good performance. Your other point's well taken, though, Dan. Cutting back another 1/2 furlong, I guess that could be a problem, but I like her sprinting.
Going Good's coming off a win at Churchill Downs, but let's go back to Keeneland for her in the Limestone Turf Sprint during the spring meeting. She's going to finish second, and she's going to finish second to a very promising horse. The winner, Toby's Heart, is very good. Going Good again, the most recent win at Churchill Downs, just a nice inside-out pace-pressing trip.
Yeah, I thought she ran really well in this race that we're watching in particular, Dan. It's another race where she didn't break that great from the gate. She wound up off the pace and then was just wide all the way around the turn, chasing that pace before she got run down. I thought she ran great in there. Her 2 starts since then, I think they're both fine and suggest that she's going to be tough in this race.
Bye Bye, the number 5, is a graded stakes winner going 7/8 of a mile. They tried a mile in the Wild Applause last time out, and she was able to make the lead. I'm not really sure that's her best game. I think she's good when she has a target or 2, and turning back, she should get that situation. Like this one, Star Divine, an interesting horse turning back in trip.
Yeah, ultimately, I just think she's going to be better going shorter. She ran fine last time, and where she didn't probably get the distance. Her soaring softly, I know she won at 7 furlongs. It wasn't a great field, and I'm still not sure that that was her best race. I think the best race that she's run so far was the maiden win going 5.
Shop Girl, the 6, entered main track only. We move to the 7, What a Trick. We take a look at her maiden win at Gulfstream last time out. And Sweezy does a very good job with his horses. What a Trick was odds on in here and just had too much speed. She's going to have to work a little harder to get to the front in this kind of trip in this spot.
I agree. I just feel like it's a totally different situation for her. She looked good winning this race for sure. It's the best race she's ever run. Was no match for Bye Bye, 3 starts back. We'll see if she can improve again, because I think she has to.
Wink impressed Wesley Ward enough to send her to France after she won her first 2 starts last year, and she ran just fine when Group 3 placed in her final start as a 2-year-old. She won the Melody of Colors in her seasonal debut and just got caught up in a duel last time out at Churchill Downs. She might be the speed of the speed, Mike.
She might. We'll see if she can clear in this race. I thought there was a chance she got hooked up again in here. Boy, Dan, I watch all of her races. I can't find the one that I really like, but she is 10-1 in this field, so I'm not going to argue with her.
Stakes winner on Sloppy Dirt is the 9 Farsighted, who is trying turf for the first time. You know I don't love those Bernardinis on the grass, but if this pace is fast, I would expect this horse to run okay.
I will too. I like this horse as a dirt sprinter. I'm not so sure about the switching to turf with her, but maybe she catches a setup and runs a little bit at the end. At a big price, I could use her.
Third start of the form cycle for the 10, Illegal Smile, who won the Stewart Manor last year at Aqueduct. Illegal Smile, Mike, last time out against Going Good was on the lead. Going Good was in behind her. Going Good collared her in the stretch and was going away. It'll be interesting to see what sort of trick Johnny V works out from the far outside draw.
Yeah, I mean, I guess being drawn outside is a good thing for her. We'll see what kind of trip she can get, as you said. Another one, I just can't really find the race of hers that I really like, Dan. I feel like based off of the last couple of matchups against Going Good's the better horse.
Top pick time for the Coronation Cup. Going Good's going real good, and that's where we're going to go. I think she could sit a nice trip similar to the one in her last start at Churchill.
Me too. I like her on top in this race. I'm going to use her with the 2 Clement horses.
4-3-5-1 for Mike. 4-10-2-1 for me. It's the Coronation Cup, the feature race Sunday at the Spa. Good luck.